So after we do the drop spin section with the thumb rolls, we come back to the front with our flag in our right hand, right? So the flag is in my right hand, thumb up at the tab. I'm going to push across my body, go into a lunge with my left leg, and the flag is an extension of my arm, right? From here, this is count 1, I pull down on 2, right? So that's in my toaster. Now from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, I'm going to be on the 45 plane. So as I come around, I'm going to draw a giant circle with the top crutch tip all the way across my body, all right? So for count 2, I'm down. Count 3, I open up to my A-frame. Count 3 and is when you pass it to the left hand. So from here, I go behind and I pass it over to my left hand. It's not a handoff. The flag does leave both hands for a little bit as you open up to count 4 on the other side of A-frame. Now from here, I'm going to pull to the front on 5. Pull to the front on 5, and then I'm going to pull across my body on count 6. Right? And my right hand's going to grab above my left hand in the silk, both thumbs towards the silk. Right? My body, I'm going into a lunge on 1, 2. I lift up into releve or on the balls of my feet on 3, 4, and I'm putting my weight towards the big toe. Right? Don't let the ankles pop back. 3, 4, and then from here, I come back up on 5, back to neutral, and I pull across on 6, grabbing with my right hand. Going to 7 and 8, all I do is lift up my flag, 7, 8. My flag is going through center of body and it's just above my forehead, right? From here, I'm going to go into a right side drop spin on 9, right? Now, as I initiate that, I'm going to twist into a forced arch with my left leg, and I'm going to lower my entire body, right? Just a little bit. So 7, 8, I go 9. I'm going to go through a thumb roll into a backhand catch. So I'm going to go up 10, down 11, grab 12, right? You want to think of grabbing 12 across your body, and as you squeeze, it'll open up to this position, all right? So from 8, I go down 9, 10, 11, and 12, all right? So 11 and you should be across this angle, and then 12 you open up on the squeeze, right? When you grab this, make sure that your thumb is pressing down at top tape, right? So all you're doing essentially is rolling, the flag's gonna roll on the back of your hand, almost to get to where you want to grab by count 12, right? From here, I'm gonna twist open the leg that's in forced arch, lift up to 13. Now this is going to be a light squeeze because only my index finger, middle finger, and thumb are doing the squeezing. You have to open up the hand in order to make this comfortable and to get your flag straight up and down. Alright, so I go from 12 and 13, I'm opening up and I'm about to turn over my left shoulder as I turn to the back. I lift up 15 to this angle as my right hand grabs, thumb up towards the silk, and I'm in a lunge with my right leg. All that happens on 16 is that I re-grab with my left hand to bottom tape, both thumbs up. Right? So that first 16, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. All right? So make sure each action is isolated and make sure you max out the body. All right? From count 16, I'm going to continue that motion down as I push my left hand across and pull my left hand down to money, all right? So the silk is down on count 1 and my left leg goes into forced arch. From 1 to 2, I continue the motion up as I push away the flag towards me, so it's in this upward angle. So from here we go down 1 and 2. I continue to be in a forced arch. From here, I slice across the plane, so I come through flat, body goes through second position, and I pull all the way across down towards my left leg. So I go from a forced arch with my left leg, and then I go over to a lunge with my left leg to count 3. Right? Going up to count 4, I go back to a lunge in my right leg, 4. Right? So count 1 and 2 is in your toaster. Count 3, you slice across, so you're out of your toaster. Count 4, you come back up into your toaster. From the side, just a quicker view, a toaster is like a piece of bread in the toaster. It's got nowhere to go, and if you touch the sides, it's going to get hot. Right? So in my toaster, I come out of the toaster, I'm in my toaster. 5. Now my right hand is in money and I'm pulling my flag towards my left side. My right foot's going to come around as my left leg is in a plie. Alright, so Randajan with the right. And 6, I turn over my right shoulder, count 6. Now from 6 to 7, I'm going to grab with my left hand up at tab, and then count 8, I'm going to come down to money at the bottom tape with my right hand, right? So this way we're set up for our J-toss. Going into the J-toss, you use the left hand more, just so that the right hand can squeeze, and then you pull up with the right hand. So pull down with the left, as you do a nice hard squeeze with your right hand as the silk is down. My left hand comes directly to my side, right? Now as that happens, I'm going to pull the flag all the way up. Now, it's difficult to do when you're only holding the flag, but you want to fight for your elbow to be flat in context, all right? So in order to get this motion, down up, all right? Two hands should not be doing the toss. It should not be this. You want to make sure that your left hand is just the gas. I'm sorry, your left hand's like the ignition. Put the key in and you start it, your right hand is the gas pedal. So you start the car and then you use your right hand to follow through, all right? And then, speaking of the follow through, as you release, you're going to pull down, make a J with your hand, down up. Once you get to the top of the J, open up your hand, fingertips to the sky, and then allow the toss to do what it needs to do, all right? So we're going to go down, up, catch. When you go to the catch on flag, your left hand's going to be under at the top of the tape and the silk. Right hand's going to be splitting the two tapes, all right? So from here, the flag is going to go up twice on count 9 and count 11, all right? So from 9, you want to make sure, well, 8 to 9, it's got to be 8 and 9, all right? 8 and needs to be down. 9, the question needs to be all the way up to the sky, otherwise it's going to be under, all right? So make sure you have that speed. So it's going to go down, up, flat, all right? And then you should not go in for the catch until 11 and, all right? From 9, 10, 11, you should be here, making the letter L with your right hand, and then your left hand scoops under, and your right hand scoops on top, like a giant mouth, all right? If they grab at the same time, that's going to be the effect that you want for the catch, right? So count 12, we're going to catch in demi-plie, focus will be down slightly, then we're going to do a chaîné turn, 13 through 16 over our left shoulder, 13, 14, 15, 16. As we do that on 14, my left hand's going to move to the tab, under, my right hand's going to move to the bottom crutch tip, over. So from here, 9, 10, 11, 12, third, left hand with right hand, right? And then we're set up for the left side, right? So all the way through the right side, I just finished the drop spins, all right? Came back to the front from the left side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, third, 4th, 5th, 6th, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, third, 4th, 5th, 6th. So please, please, please check the checkpoints because the speed changes are very important, especially the second 16, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? That energy and that squeeze and that shift of the body is what you're going to need to get the flag to where it needs to be, right? Good. So now that we're on the left side, we do the exact same thing with the first 16, all right? So we're going to push across 1 at this up angle, lunging into the right foot, and pull down on 2, all right? From 2 to 3, we open up to our A frame. Flag is on my left side. 3 to 4, same count as the other way. 3 and is the pass off. Count 4, I'm in my A frame with the flag in my right hand. All right, so make sure we go into a lunge. We go into releve, and then we come back to neutral on count 4. Or, I'm sorry, count 5. So count 4 will still be in releve, slightly looking down. 5, 6 is when we come back to our flat foot. On 5, 6, the left hand is grabbing in the silk, past the right hand. Thumbs both towards the silk. We lift up 7, 8. Nice strong stance. Now that we're on the left side, we're going to pull down to a left drop spin. 9. Then of course your entire body lowers, and then your right foot needs to go to 4 starts. So we're down 9, up 10, down 11, angle 12. All right. So from here it's the same as the other side. We already did this in the drop spin section. 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. The only thing is we're going into a backhand instead of continuing a thumb roll into the other hand. All right. So from 12, I lift up 13. I switch my right foot from a forced arch to a lunge, and that's going to naturally shift your weight to the right, which is good because we want to turn over our right shoulder. My left leg is now free to do a rondejambe or a semicircle on the floor. Or it doesn't have to be a semicircle, it's just any circular motion while it's attached to the floor. So as that happens, my flag pulls down, and I have a full grip on the flag now. So count 13, just like we talked about on the other side, you want to remember you have a light grip. Right, so it's not a full hard squeeze. It's my index finger, middle finger, and thumb doing it, holding. And then as I come back down through flat, that's when I come to my full grip on 14. And I'm going to need that as I pull the flag up to 15. Now I'm going in a lunge on my left foot. I'm going to switch my right hand on 16 to the bottom tape, both thumbs towards the foot. Right? So that first 16, it's in my right or left flat because we just finished the right side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Remember, note the speed changes. Whenever the flag goes faster, that usually means you're going to have to squeeze harder. When it's slower, that's when you can kind of loosen your grip and allow momentum for you to work. Right? So from 16, we're going to continue that momentum going down. 1. My left hand is in a money. My flag is straight up and down. My right foot is in a 4-star. Right? So from 1 to 2, that's a speed change. 2. Right? I'm pushing all the way across, and my right foot is still in 4 stars. We were in our toaster 1 to 2. Now count 3 is when we come out of our toaster, and I switch to a lunge. Right? Remember we talked about on the other side going from a 4 start to a lunge. Right? Shifting my weight. From here I come back to my toaster. Right? Now I'm back in the lunge on the left side. From here I pull my left hand across, and I'm in money with my right hand. Sorry, don't go to a 4-star still. Then as I continue around, my right foot's in a pita, my left leg comes around, over my right shoulder to second position, and now I'm at a left shoulder, okay? So both thumbs are up. Now from here, it gets a little tricky. We're going to be doing a cross toss in this section. So from count 6 to 7, 6 to 8, my left hand's going to come off the tab, it's going to rotate so my thumb is down, and it's going to grab bottom tape. My right hand's going to go from the bottom tape, it's going to rotate around so that my thumb is down and fingers are to my left, right? So both hands, you should be looking at your palm this way with your left hand, and then you should be looking at your knuckles with your right hand, and that'll ensure that both thumbs are towards the bottom crutch tip. And then my left hand's at bottom tape, my right hand is at top tape, right? So from count 6, 7 is just air time, 6, 7, 8, right? So obviously you don't have to lift it up that high, but you do want to allow it to float a little bit, give it a little bit of a lift so that you have time to switch the hands. And then we will be in a demi-plie with this because you want to get a little bit lower, all right? So going into the cross toss, you want your hands to physically cross, all right? So I'll get a little bit closer. So from the initiation or from the start, both hands have to work together to do this. A tendency I see when you first learn this toss is we like to make it right hand heavy and let the left hand come off and then just pull up this one. That is a toss, but it's not going to have the same velocity or height as if you're using both hands, right? So in order to get that speed, we have to make sure that we're using both hands as we go into the toss. So the left hand is coming up to flick down, the right hand is going down to flick up, and that has to happen at the same time, right? Then as we do that, we're going to release and lift up into our second position, not using our heels. The point of a plie is to get taller and longer. You want to push down through your heels as you lift up through that release. All right? So from here we push, up, squeeze. Mine was a little high, right? So as you watch the rotation, it's just the same as the J toss, all right? Up on 9, up on 11, flat on 12. We're going to catch at the tab in the right hand, and then we're going to catch bottom tape with the left hand. All right, and it's the same exact thing. Every single time you go in for a catch, you need to come from under, and come from on top at the same time. That's going to create the effect that you want, all right? So from 8, we go 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to catch in the plie again. Make sure the knees are turned out. Focus is slightly down. We're going to turn over our right shoulder going towards the silk in our chenille. 13, 14, 15, 16. And we'll just end there, okay? So the left side, we'll start at a left flat. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So at the slower tempo, the ups aren't going to be the same, but in context with the song, it's going to be up on 9, up on 11.